Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the Bookit Sports community around the world. We got another episode of the morning after today. Hope everyone had a great day yesterday. Kind of got my tits smacked on the MLB board. Not going to lie to you. Put out 3 parlays. One ended up pushing because the Royals game got postponed. The plus chicken Dodgers might be the worst team in the MLB. And why don't you go ahead and hang them up, Houston Astros? I don't understand what their bid is. Do they want to lose every game?
All the wagons?
Do they want to lose every game? Day 94 of the Noti still showing 3-4-24. We got to get that fixed.
What's up?
We got to get that fixed.
What is it showing?
That's what it says on the YouTube. 3-4-24.
It says 6-6-24 on here.
Hey, whoever said that, Wheezy, figure it out. All right, dude? Figure it out. Also, I don't know if I just don't know how that's happening. Goots, I mean, you're fired. You're fired. Also, I just wanted to really quickly, people sleep that this show discovered the most profitable bet in all of baseball.
That is true. The
Athletics plus 1.5 is actually the most profitable bet in all of baseball, and people forget that we discovered it on this show.
Yeah, minus 140 today.
Wow. You tell me we're not taking it again?
You have to.
Josh, I got news for you. We're taking it again.
Against the Woo.
We're taking it again. Again. It's the most profitable bet in baseball. We got some things to talk about that happened in the world last night. Run the graphic. Welcome back to What in the World, the news segment of the morning after where Josh and I talk about having the news last night. Dude, I saw a podcast clip last night that blew me away.
What was it?
And it was about a teammate of Kyrie Irving's dad. And he was telling Kyrie Irving's story, but didn't say it was Kyrie till the end.
Mm-hmm.
And talked about how his dad, Dedrick or Dodrick? Kyrie Irving's dad's journey, played at BU, was like incredible. Ended up not getting drafted, had to play overseas, married his sweetheart, and then she passed away. I didn't know Kyrie lost his mom when he was 10 years old when they were in Australia. Then they moved back because his son was starting to be like real good at basketball. So they moved back to the best state, the United States. Can you guess it?
New Jersey?
Yeah. And his son ended up like running the New Jersey circuit, started getting recruited by colleges, went up to Duke. And who did Coach K have on the little TV? But Kyrie's dad, because they played against each other. Kyrie's dad played against Duke while Coach K was a coach there.
That's it.
Drederick. Dre, I feel like you put one too many.
Yeah.
Money, Rolo.
I think it's
Drederick. I think it's Drederick. Okay. But he was like, if you can play, a lot of kids want to come to Duke. But if you can play 1% as hard as this man right here, Duke wants you. Ended up going to Duke. It was Kyrie Irving.
That's sick.
Like, what a story. I didn't know he lost his mom that young. And for that reason, we're taking his points in the NBA series entry that I'm taking.
Okay.
We're rooting for Kyrie. We're going to go through the NBA game. By the way, guys, I know we got a lot to talk about. We're going to start the slate a little earlier than normal. So we're going to go through. Regardless, it's Kyrie Irving's dad. We're going to go through every single prop that you need. We're going to go through the whole prospects board. We're going to go through the whole book side of it and look at some possible nukes that we could drop, some nuclear whales that we could drop. What I am going to say, though, here comes Javon, GG. I've never seen a square that Javon likes, dude. People forget he was on the Niners to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
He does like Drew Holiday assists.
Yeah, well, of course. It's our GOAT. It's literally my GOAT.
Sure.
Drew Holiday PRA game 1 is printing. Literally printing. But I did want to say, saw another story last night.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about it a little bit on the social call. There is rumors in the zeitgeist. I've always wanted to say the zeitgeist. I just think that's like the best way to be like in the universe, in the zeitgeist, that Jonte Porter in that whole gambling ring.
Yeah.
Was trying to save himself from gambling debt. And that's why he was, bricking threes. And that's why he was doing all the shit, playing and getting injured. And one of his accomplices, I don't know if it was his bookie, the guy that he owed the money to, tried to board a plane to Australia, one-way ticket. Also, I'm pretty sure the Australia is a U.S. territory that has extradition.
Yeah, like you can definitely get extradited from that.
So I don't know
For
what
sure.
his fucking plan was. One of the all-time most brain-dead moves, honestly, he's going to Australia. They would have just been like, they could have let him go. That would have been
Yeah.
funnier.
That would
They
have
just
been.
let him go to Australia and then been like, oh, by the way, there's extradition in Australia. You have to come home.
Yeah, we can come grab you.
Like, yeah, we're just going to come get you. The Aussies would have sent him back the minute he landed. But I think that's hysterical that he was like, I'm going to go to Australia with a bag full of money. And TSA was like, no, dude. No, dude. You're connected to Jonte Porter. But apparently he got arrested at the airport, one-way ticket to Australia with a bag full of money.
I mean,
who knows? He could have just been going to Australia for a good time.
They could have just been hanging out.
But the funniest thing that I saw, is Australia not a U.S. territory? It's not.
It's not a territory, but
ally.
I mean, definitely an ally, I would assume.
But they have extradition, right, Reggie?
For sure. I've never heard of someone going to Australia to. I feel like usually you go to like a third world country.
Yeah, well, you have to go somewhere that doesn't have extradition. Like I'm pretty sure like Cuba doesn't. Maybe Cuba does.
I don't know.
I gotta think. There's like certain territories that. Where did the guy? Oh well, I know the guy.
Australia has nothing to do with the United States. Yes, we know that.
Okay.
We understand that.
Okay.
That's understood.
Okay. Here we go. Extreme conditions for extradition.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Like it's got to be something insane, like murder or something. I would assume.
Oh, so like him just gambling?
Yeah,
they would have been
probably
like,
not.
"We're not sending him back."
Yeah. You could probably just disappear in that country too.
I've never been wanted by so many women until I vacation in Australia. They love the U.S. Like this is where you're
let's
just,
get to the sleep.
But this is where you're losing me on that one, Big Cheesy, because it's not like you're going to Asia. Like Australians have seen Americans before. They're not like, oh, like what are you talking about, Big Cheesy? This guy's like, I pulled up with my New York accent, and the Australians are weak at the knees. I'm pretty sure Sydney, like they hate Americans, but either way, I did want to say the funniest part about the whole story is that we found out that Jonte Porter was purposely missing shots to try to cover gambling debts. So think about that. He was purposely trying to miss the shots he was taking. And the funniest part about it is that someone that was on purpose trying to suck at the game of basketball, purposely taking threes to miss them, purposely taking layups to miss them, had a better field goal percentage than Angel Reese. Now, I'm not saying that it's something we need to talk about, but I'm just saying that's fucking hysterical. That took me the fuck out.
Someone said it, Angel Reese comment incoming before you even said it.
That took me out.
That was amazing.
That took me out. And I don't want to talk. We're not going to talk about the WNBA today because I got nothing to talk about. But I just put that in perspective. Just put that. Someone that's trying to argue that they're bringing views. It's a worse field goal percentage, and all they do is take layups, than someone that was purposely trying to miss field goals to cover gambling debt. I just, that's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it out in the zeitgeist. I'm putting it out in the zeitgeist is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's out there. It's in the zeitgeist.
First ballot segue.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there for people to consume. You consume how you want to consume. I'm just putting it out there. I did see also last night that the Jets, what's the other team? Not the Panthers. The Jets and some other team were inquiring about Justin Jefferson at the draft.
I saw the other.
And I'll tell you what. If we got Justin Jefferson, apparently the Vikings were like, there's no way, there's no shot. Yeah. You'd have to literally give up the house. But I don't even think they were entertaining the offers. But apparently the Jets were like poking, prodding, trying to get him the whole time. The Colts, that was it. If we got Justin Jefferson, I would walk around with a full erection at GTA all day. And I just want you to know that. I just want you to know as a person, if we got our hands on Justin Jefferson, oh my bustos. Oh my bustos.
I don't even know if you guys need him, low-key. That would be sick, though.
Need him? Need him? Justin Jefferson is better than every wide receiver we have combined. Need him? I don't need him. I'm begging for him.
feel like your receiver room's fine, though.
No,
Your
we
receiver
didn't.
room's fine.
We didn't, see Lord. I know. I'm just saying, when you read stuff like that, you're like, well, at least Joe Douglas's head is in the right place. He's going after JJ.
Did you see the Vikings' new uniforms?
The white helmets.
They're trying to be TCU.
The white helmets are sick.
They literally look like TCU uniforms, though. Like, tell me the back of this.
For the peeps?
Yeah, tell me the back of this jersey doesn't just look like TCU.
Pull them up for the peeps. Pull them up for the peeps.
That is a TCU jersey.
Yeah, that might be a TCU jersey. I'm not going to cap. That might be a TCU jersey. Well, good news for them. Good news for them. If they are trying to get TCU jerseys, that means they'll make the Super Bowl, get embarrassed like no one else on the national stage, and then have like 6 wins the next year. So that could literally be the Vikings' future.
It could be.
Just somehow make it to the Super Bowl. The most forgettable Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah.
Where you literally just get spanked
49-3.
to the point where it's like, did you even want to be there? And then they go back to being mediocre. So it could be. Good. I hope Dave is listening. It could be. Could be the TCU route. Could be the TCU route.
Dave ain't listening.
Actually, the Providence football team is undefeated. In case anyone's wondering.
That is true.
Providence college football, undefeated. We used to sell shirts. Not even kidding. Providence football, undefeated.
That's ridiculous.
I like the jerseys, though. I like them.
Yeah, the helmets are sick.
I did want to have a football conversation with you really quick because I feel like you brought this up when Trent was on, and I did want to talk about it for 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I think CJ Stroud might be getting ahead of his britches.
He is.
And I kind of agree with you because I feel like I've liked his interviews, and I'm a CJ Stroud guy. Like, I think the Texans are going to be good this year. I think a lot of people are starting to doubt the Texans a little bit. I know we're fading the Texans as a Bookit household, but I'm in on the Texans because I believe in CJ Stroud. But, dude, the reactions to his podcast are not good.
Dude, he's just acting like he's a 6-year vet that's, like, proven himself, like, to the max. We're like, almost anything you do after this point, like, you're fine.
It's making me not want to root for him.
I know.
He's like, the Colts are our biggest rival.
Yeah, like, he's trying to act like the sickest quarterback in the NFL, and he's played 1 year.
But I think because as a public, we do that to players by accident.
For sure.
He's like, oh, my God, he's so sick. And then he thinks he's the guy because he had 1 good year. What he's forgetting is that now the NFL has tape on him.
Exactly.
And the second year is always harder when they can actually watch you.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's a chip on the shoulder, Kish, because I'm a CJ Stroud guy.
You can have a chip on your shoulder and not be talking like that.
But I also feel like sometimes as a quarterback, you kind of need to have that attitude where you're like, fucking bitch.
I think you need it, but it seems like he has it all the time, no? Like in like every clip I see, it's like him just like talking like he's the hottest shit in the entire world.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it reminds me of Micah Parsons. They're like, I mean, they're best friends.
Micah Parsons is like
but they're very similar. You know what I mean? Like they just like, they haven't done anything yet, but they just act like they're the face of the league.
Micah's definitely that good, though.
No, yeah, Mike is really good.
He's still fucking more.
Mike is really good.
Up.
Yeah.
We just don't know about CJ. Like, he'd come out this year and just totally drop an egg. Like, I wouldn't be shocked either.
Yeah.
I feel like we were shocked how good he was.
But also, like, watch Micah Parsons in big games, like the 49ers game last year. Like, he got Trent Williams, ate him alive.
You know, Trent Williams is.
I understand.
That's tough.
But, like, if you're supposed to be that guy, like, be that guy.
I'm with you. Did you see anything else on the news?
No, not much. I want to talk about the Vikings thing. That's what I had. There wasn't really much going on. I mean, sports have just been so dead. Dude. But today we're back.
Dead.
Finally back to that.
Literally dead. Tim the Tapman is apparently fucked because Trent is on the Panthers, I assume. Is he a Florida guy?
Yeah, he's on the Panthers.
Or is he a Celtics guy? Tim the Tapman.
I don't know.
Tim the Tapman saying he's cooked.
He looks like a Celtics guy with the tattoos.
Mixed.
He looks like a New Yorker. Or not New Yorker.
Whoa. Josh.
He looks like a Northeasterner.
Whoa.
How about that?
Drake took the Mavs. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm a Drake guy, but he's a rat shit gambler. Not that I'm much better. But that did ruin my day.
Yeah, that sucks.
Drake on the Mavs, Trent on the Celtics. What is worse for gamblers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what? Genuinely, what is worse as gamblers? What is worse,
dude? I might say Drake.
You think Drake on the Mavs is worse than Trent?
Dude, because Drake just comes out of the woodworks like every 2 months and just has a nuke and it never hits.
Sometimes it does, though. Chiefs nuke the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which, by the way,
maybe,
I feel
but
like
it's head to head again. Then.
Which, by the way, I feel like we let this go under. We let this go under the rug a little bit too quickly because I was thinking about it on my ride home. We really let Trent finish the Mavs Thunder series up coin because he tried to fade the Thunder by taking the Mavs money line every game. So not only did he have to bet against his team and his mush not work, but he left that series up coin.
Yeah.
Because he was betting the Mavs money line every series. And I feel like we don't remind him enough that he literally is a profitable Mavs bettor. Against his own team.
Dude, I swear
his own team.
I thought you were gonna say that he could have gotten Chiefs at plus chicken. I swear that when you were setting that up.
Well, did you see what I responded?
Yeah.
To his tweet like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Trent put out the exact order of how this series is gonna go, Mavs Celtics. And I said, this might be the dumbest shit you've ever typed on your phone, knowing you typed 49ers money line in the Super Bowl against Pat Mahomes.
He also, I don't know if he noticed this. I asked him after, but he doesn't have the Mavs winning a single home game. The only 2 games they win are on the road.
Wait, like what? American Airlines is kind of a fortress for the Mavs. For the Stars, not so much. Sorry.
Yeah, clearly.
Sorry for cussing. All right, should we talk about the slate? Should we cook some plays? Talk about the NBA?
Let's do it. We got Krabby in here too. We'll pull him
Talk
up.
about the MLB. Run the. Welcome back to Surf Slaters. God damn it, dude. I hope you know I'm not doing that on purpose. Like, I'm generally not doing that on purpose. It's a Krabs Bets Thursday. We're going to go through the slate, but first we're going to start with the Mavs Celtics. Krabs, how are you doing?
Krabby's muted.
Krabs, are the goats muted or are we botting?
The goats were muted, but now they're talking.
Okay, the goats are talking now. I can hear the goats. Let's go.
I'm getting tired of all these, sportsbook accounts, all these, Twitter accounts tweeting out, oh, the Mavs have 99% of the bets. The Mavs, every single bet on earth is on the Mavs. It's almost like they're getting scared. It's almost like they're like, wait a second here. The public's a little bit smarter than we thought. Maybe we thought they'd all be bozos and taking the Celtics. Looking like they all actually got smart and took the Mavs. I think it's the right side still, Mike.
Wow.
At least tonight on the spread skis. I'll be on it. I'm not wavering. I'm not getting scared.
Wow.
If I see one more fucking post from a sports book being like, yeah, we have 110% of our bets on the Mavs in this game, more than even possible, I'm going to lose my mind. It's ridiculous. They're trying to get us. They're trying to deke us here. They're trying to get us, all the Twitter sharps, off the Mavs because they've already got so many fucking bets. They're already way overexposed. If they were cool with being overexposed on the Mavs, they wouldn't be putting out all these fucking graphics.
That is true.
You're not wrong. I'm all over the Mavs, Krabs. I took them to win this morning when the Knicks got eliminated. Been all over them since then. But I'll tell you what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to bet them game 1 because if there's anything I know about the Mavericks is that they fucking love to sell away their soul in game 1. And I think the Timberwolves just happened to be the anomaly because the Mavs were so much better than the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they were. I mean, the Mavs are the best team in the NBA. That's like the mindset everybody has right now. They're better than the Celtics. That scares me a little bit. But the Celtics are still minus 210 to win the series. So, look, the odds makers, what can they do? The Celtics, one of the most dominant teams, in the NBA in recent years, recent history. This season, What are they going to do? Not make a minus 200? They're the 1 seeds. They did their jobs. I think after this first game, it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be last possession. It's going to be tight. Unfortunately, I will be on the under. But I think it's going to be a close, low-scoring game that's down to the wire, last possession type. Maybe the Mavs don't win it. Maybe the Celtics pull it out late. I don't know. Who's taking the final shot for him? Is it going to be Jaylen Brown making a crazy Hail Mary 3-pointer in the corner? It's not going to be Jason Tatum.
Not going to be.
He doesn't like shooting at the end of games. Who's it going to be? Drew Holiday?
It's not going to be Jason Tatum. I got news for you.
Exactly. The Mavs got 2 closers on their team. Celtics have 0. Okay, so I wouldn't be shocked if the Mavs go in there and steal this one. Also, that narrative of, oh, they suck in game 1. Well, they proved that to be, a dead narrative, I feel like, in the last series against the T-Wolves when they absolutely smoked them in game 1. We'll see if that lasts, or we'll see if they come out flat. But this is the championship, man. There's no way this is the only, this is all they've been thinking about the last week. They make them wait. They make them sit there.
You just convinced me. I'm actually taking the Mavs till 6.5.
It's got
because I also feel like, dude, 6 points is so many points.
Yeah,
dude, 6 points in a championship is a lot of points.
That's a ton of
game
points.
1, when these squads are still feeling each other out, I think it's a ton of points. I'm going to take them.
And dude, this might be the game where the spread shifts permanently because, I think they're still valuing the Celtics with their wins and spread coverage against the teams they played in the eastern side of the playoffs. But those teams are rat shit.
Yeah, they are.
Rat
100%. Shit. I mean, the Wizards play in the East. That's their conference, right? They support them. You know what I mean?
Wizards catching an unbelievable stray.
They haven't played
So
since
tired of the Wizards, man.
They've played since Nam. Dude, the Wizards have like, I'm not even kidding. I think Jordan Poole has been to France,
He's
Italy,
been
England, and Belgium before the NBA Finals even kicked off.
He's been everywhere but the basketball court. Yep. Been everywhere but practicing, which is kind of concerning considering how moose shit he was last season, huh? I don't know. Maybe just my thoughts.
Krabs, what is your favorite bet for the Mavs Celtics NBA series?
Oof. My
It could
favorite
be
play.
Mavs to win it all. It could be a Prize Picks 1 through 4 square. It could be, exact series. It could be whatever you think. What is your favorite bet?
Meat on tape, what I'm going to lock in for a couple units before the game tonight. My favorite play, it's got to be Mavs series. Now, I've thought about it going back and forth, wait until after game one. I think after looking at the board today, looking through Twitter today, seeing everybody talk about, the Mavs are the most public team on fucking earth. I'm still going to stick with them. I'm not getting deked. I'm not getting fooled here or bamboozled by the fucking books, putting out these graphics, trying to even up the handle and get more action on the Celtics. There's a reason why they're putting those fuckers out. I think the Mavs not only cover this game, but potentially win at plus 190. Shock everybody. We know they stink in game one. I think they come out hot. I'm going to lock series price here, Mike. I'm looking it up right now. Looks like the final spread would be Mavs. I'm trying to find the exact number here, but
Hey, you're good.
how many games? I don't hate the over 5.5 series total.
I don't
but
hate
it's
that at
juicy
all.
minus 160, though. It's juicy now.
I don't hate that at all, dude.
Mavs can get too easy.
Yeah, dude. If that's what they're thinking, like Josh just said, the Mavs could easily get 2.
I'm trying to find Mavs. Here we go. Mavs plus 1.5 games, minus 120. That's what I want. I think the series goes 7. I think the series goes 7. Give me minus 120. I think we're on deck for an elite NBA Finals going back and forth. I think it's going the distance. Give me the Mavs plus 1.5 on the series price. They're taking that puppy the full distance.
Wow.
And we're our odds at plus 2,000 are now up to plus 4,500 for someone to break Michael Jordan's record.
No, dude, we were in such a good spot. It's because Jalen Brunson got eliminated. He was the only guy towards the end that it was like, okay,
It's Luka now. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally it.
Luka drops 64 in the finals. That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, but I could see it.
Yeah, he would have to shoot.
Dude, and I know you're gonna hate hearing this, Krabs. It's gonna probably it actually might give you an aneurysm. I'm not even kidding. You might go into a full comatose stroke when I say this, but I'm just finding it very hard to believe that Luka Doncic doesn't cover his points and Connor McDavid doesn't cover his points. Like, these are legacy level championships for these two stars. Like, these two stars are in a position where the amount that's on the line is not just the trophy.
It's a legacy.
I can get down with Luka. I don't know if I can get down with the goat on the ice. I'm all Florida Panthers this series. I'm going to be nuking them. I'm more confident in the Panthers winning that series now than I am with the Mavs, to be honest with you at this point. So I'll be all over the Panthers. Now, it doesn't mean a goat can't go out there and get his. I'm not going to be fading them, but I sure as hell won't be taking that more than. I'll be rooting you on.
But they don't even have McDavid. Like, I don't know why, like, shout out Prize Picks, they're just sleeping on us with these NHL series. There's like 6 guys up.
Yeah, same with the NBA too. There's just not that many people up.
But I mean, like, for goals, there's literally 4 guys, and none of them are the starters on the Oilers. Why is the only Oilers guy up for goal fucking Warren Fogle?
Yeah, I don't know. That's sketch. But, like, who else? Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Vander Kane. Like, give me somebody.
I mean, they got nobody up there.
I'm gonna be on the Mavs Oilers. I just feel like the Luka McDavid narrative is just too good for me. It might be square, might be the opposite of sharp, but just like in college, I was friends with such hockey guys, and our hockey group chat has like come back to life in this playoffs because I was always like, I liked Jack Eichel more than Connor McDavid, and they were always like, Connor McDavid, truth. And now he's finally in a position to win a Stanley Cup, so that group chat is like coming back to life. So I'd like to see him win because I think it would do a lot for hockey if Connor McDavid wins a Stanley Cup. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like that's a level of champion that brings, I feel like, not that there's not a lot of eyes on the NHL, but if Connor McDavid's in a chance to win his first Stanley Cup, that game I think has the most views of any game in the NHL in the past 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, he's the next up, right? He's the next goat up, so we'll see if he can get it done. I just don't know, man. Florida, right? They were in it last year, and they lost, I believe. So they got the experience.
Nice, yeah.
I think they win it this year, but that doesn't mean McDavid can't go out there and do as much as he fucking can to make the series weird.
And dude, Krabs, I'll admit to you this. If there's one team in the NHL that doesn't give a fuck, that wants to bot everybody, it's the Panthers. They could give a shit. Like they might come out on Friday and Connor McDavid might get a concussion. Like that's just the way the Panthers play, where they're like, we actually could care less. Like take his head off in GTA.
It's kind of the team I want my coins on. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I just want you to know, Krabs, that my NBA series entry that I'm going to be sweating myself for TMA, for the followers of TMA, we cashed one in the last series for the Mavs, and we're doing it again. I'm going to go Kyrie Irving more than 99 points, and I'm going to double down on my square that I took for the Bookit guys because he's the only Celtics player that I will bring myself to wager on this entire series, and it's Drew Holiday assists. Sure. And I'm going to tell you why. 25 points per game is all I need Kyrie to average. Kyrie came out last series against the Timberwolves, game 1, when Anthony Edwards was talking all that shit, and reemerges Kyrie Irving. I feel like you're getting Kyrie against a city he hates, a team he hates, a team he couldn't succeed with teammates that clearly did not get along with him, and a city that, by the way, from tip till he's on the bus home, is going to be saying some of the most foul shit to him you've ever heard. And the last thing you want to do with Kyrie Irving is piss him off. And I feel like a pissed off Kyrie goes out and gets me 25 points a game. And then Drew Holiday, PRA, everyone knows the systems when he's in the finals for the Bucks, when he's in the playoffs for the Bucks, when he's in the playoffs for the Celtics, doesn't matter what team he's on. Drew Holiday, PRA, prints. And normally the highest number is his assists. But I also, for anyone out there, don't hate his points at 53.5. There's going to be one game in this game 1 through 4 where Drew Holiday explodes for no reason and has like 28, 30 points. Because if anyone realized, he's the real vet. He's won it before. He's a guy you can lean on. And he's a guy that when shit starts getting out of hand a little bit is going to get bulk minutes because they're going to look at each other and be like, yo, and it's, okay, let's go to Drew because he's been here before and he's won it before.
Sure. I could get down with those two squares. Okay. Would I prefer to take Luka points? Probably. But I like the Kyrie narrative. You kidding me? I mean, that's all I've been thinking about this whole week. Kyrie returning home. Give me a break. I'm in. And then obviously, the diamond square, right? What are you taking? Drew Holiday? More than 19 assists? I can get down with
19.
That. The veteran. Been there before. Leader, right? The other guys in that Celtics team, I cannot trust at all.
Zero.
When the lights are bright.
Like, dude, I'm sorry, Krabs. Like, if I could take a lesson, like Jason Tatum, less than 114.5 points, dude, he's never showed up a single day in his life when it matters. So, like, what?
I think I'm just going to square up and take his less than threes, dudes. Yeah. What is the narrative we've heard this entire playoffs?
Oh, my God, it's at 11, Krabs?
He can't shoot threes.
Yeah, it looks like the freest more than of all time. It's the first one that pops up. It's only at 11. It's got push potential. I wonder if that's gotten bumped. Does anybody in chat know if that 3-point square has gotten bumped? Because typically they don't drop those fuckers right at 11. He might know, yeah. But
and if you want, Krabs, the one that I ran back last for the NBA series was Jaylen Brown threes and Luka points. I wouldn't be opposed to that being my second two-piece running that back because that was literally the freest shit of all time.
Jaylen Brown threes. What was the other one?
And Luka points. That was the one that hit for me last series.
Did you hear that? You see that? Javon said it got bumped up.
Fuck. All right, I'm out.
But Krabs, you're telling me he's got to make 3 threes a game. That's what you're telling me. To cash that, you need Tatum to hit 3 threes a game. Dude, he couldn't sniff more.
I mean, I still think it goes less than. I'm with you.
I kind of agree.
I'm with you. I
feel like he averages like 2, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
That ain't hitting it.
And then you're telling me, okay, he's got, let's say he hits 6 threes. So let's say he hits 2 a game for the first 3 games. You're telling me game 4, you're going to need like 8, 7 threes?
You're going to need 7. Or no, 6. You'll need 6.
You're going to need 6 threes out of him if he makes 2 a game.
Yeah, I mean, that's just not happening. That's just not
happening.
He's saying we can't fade threes in this series. He's seeing some 3 balls, maybe even some 4-pointers.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I think Tatum is on fade watch. We're going to see in game 1, to be totally honest with you. But I agree with you. I also feel like just the poopy, shitty brain that I have is definitely going to run back Luka and Jaylen Brown points and then threes for Jaylen Brown. But I just have zero faith in Jason Tatum. It's one of those things, Krabs. Like, I know, like, we got the only Casper in the Twitch chat saying this is comical. But it's one of those things where, dude, the Celtics shoot the shit out of the ball from 3, written by Zach in the Twitch chat. But why don't you go ahead and check how many fucking threes Tatum made last series? Like, this isn't a crazy conversation. There's a reason why he's the lowest threes on the goddamn
Shot like
board.
20. He's been shooting like 26% or something from three this entire playoff.
Like, why are you guys bitching? But Krabs, it's one of those things where I just feel like Jason Tatum.
He had 11 last series. Exactly.
Exactly 11.
But he shot a bazillion of them. He shot more than 10 threes in each of the last 2 games. He was jacking them. And he was shooting at a fucking terrible rate.
Jacking him, Krabs.
Huh.
Dude, I kind of love that Mavs plus 1.5 series bet, Crabbo.
Yeah, I'll be on that. That's pretty much like betting on the series to get 7 games.
Krabs, what if I told you could get a Luka Doncic, Caitlin Clark combo square tonight?
I don't know, man.
Nah.
I'm looking at it. 49.5 too. All they need is 50 combined. That's it. Nah, maybe you're right taking Kyrie in that fucking series, Gajerman, because that's not hitting. Shit. Although we know why that's probably not hidden, respectfully. It's probably not because of Luka.
No, it's definitely not because of Luka. I got news for you, Krabs. I got news for you, Krabs.
They got a Tatum threes up with Sabrina Ionescu.
Ooh.
For game 1.
I took the Ionescu with SOG or with strikeouts with Glasnow the other day, and that was air.
That was air. Dude, they've got a Judge and Luka 5.5 TVs and threes made square. Like, are these being put up just for me?
Krabs, that might actually be the biggest fade square of all time.
I'm adding that to the Sharp report right now as we speak. It's going on there.
I think Trent might actually bust those when he sees you can get Tatum and Shohei threes and total bases as well.
Sure. Add that to the card.
All right, Krabs, can we go through the MLB board really, really quick? And
sure,
then
let's run it.
Prize Picks entry?
Yeah.
All right. So, Krabs, in my short tenure of betting the MLB, there's one team and one bet that is quite literally unbeatable.
The yes.
And it's the Oakland Athletics plus 1.5.
Wow. Okay. The Athletics.
Plus 1.5. Especially against a team like the Mariners, who I feel like just don't put up runs. They're going to keep it a one-run game every time they play.
JP Sears on the bump against Woo. Let's see what Prize Picks is saying about Woo.
I love the Athletics today. I wore the hat.
You wore the hat and shirt combo, and I got the green shirt on too. It's good vibes.
Might
be
good vibes. Might be the A's, dude.
Brian Woo, 32.5 fantasy score. I mean, he's going against the A's. It's going to be a little higher. He's got that 1.5 earned runs allowed square after giving up 0 last game. Sign me up. I'm in.
And you can also sign me up.
A's.
You can also sign me up Marcus Stroman Day in the Yankees.
Yeah, I figured it was coming.
Here.
I'm going to go ahead and take I'm going to take Marcus Stroman and the Yankees, put them off to the side, stop fading him because he's him. And
he's him right now, dude. He's him.
He is.
Might be him.
I mean, I keep fading his squares on Prize Picks. He keeps proving me wrong. It's unbelievable. He's one of those guys. It doesn't matter what his numbers are at. He just comes through. He shines. He's one of those dudes I could totally see, along with Soto, that just thrives in that New York market, thrives in the brightest of lights. Like, very rarely do you see athletes who like to be in that role. Juan Soto and Marcus Stroman meant to be in that role. Okay, Marcus Stroman likes to be in the spotlight, doing his little dances up there on the mounds, getting ready, doing his little extra things. He deserves it, though. He can do whatever the fuck he wants up there dancing around with. He's pitching like this. He's been unbelievable.
I agree. And Krabs, the team that I used to fade, I'm going to ask you an honest question. I expect an honest answer. What the fuck is going on with the Cardinals? Like, are they good now? Like, I'm so goddamn confused because we were fading them and we were almost affording a trip to goddamn Cabo, and now they're minus 230.
Look, man, we've been waiting for this Cardinals team that has the talents to at least be a playoff squad or hover around 500 or above for the last couple seasons. Last year was a fucking joke. Beginning of this year, I thought Marmol was going to get fired, their manager. Somehow he didn't. He hung on to his job. Now they're back close to 500s. I wouldn't be shocked if the Cardinals do something this year, right? Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt showing some signs of life as well out there. I wouldn't mind it. They got Sonny Gray, their guy on the bump today, who's been nails. Same boat as Marcus Stroman, where the books don't respect him at all. The Prize Pick squares are disrespectful more often than not. The guy goes out there and fucking shoves. He doesn't give a shit.
Krabs, as a company, I don't know if we can handle Nick having the Cardinals be good. And I'm going to be honest with you. I can't allow it.
After the Mizzou 2023 slurpage.
Krabs, if the Cardinals are good and then Mizzou makes a college football playoff, I might have to quit.
Yeah, I'm out.
Krabs, I might have to hang him up.
We can go start something new, maybe hide out in Alaska or something.
Krabs, I can't handle the Cardinals being good.
I'm with you. Well, they're coming, unfortunately. Pause. They're coming. They're on the way.
Like, can we take the Rockies plus 1.5?
No, we can't take the Rockies. They got Cal Quantrill on the bump, the worst pitcher on earth, and they're on a crazy losing streak. Please, no. No.
Fuck,
It's the Cardinals today. I hate to say it, but it's the Cards. It is.
I don't know if it's the Cardinals today, Krabs. God damn it, dude.
I think it is.
As a company, for all the Bookit employees in chat, I see Lauren in there as well. We can't afford the
Sunny K's.
Krabs, another team that I wanted to talk about really quickly that I'm a little bit confused by as well. Well, I guess two. There's two games that I want to talk about. When Paul Skeens pitches, do you just take the Pirates and just hang him up? Like, I'm just confused. The kid had 8 Ks last night, and I think over his past 3 starts, he's got, what, 55 Ks now? Like, I don't understand.
He's a strikeout machine.
Pirates just like the fucking World Series champions when he's on the bump because they just beat the shit out of the Dodgers.
All it took was Trent taking the daytime Dodgers. Next thing you know, he's fucking locked in. He's pitching like Steven Strasburg in his rookie year. Unbelievable. Yeah, daytime Dodgers, fade them. It's that simple. I stayed off of them. It was free. I cannot believe I didn't bet the Pirates. Now, Paul Skeens is not a guy that I look for to bet on because he's very, very trendy and fun and cool and goods, right? I'll leave that to the squares. I'll let them have that. But they're cashing out. He's been fucking great. I don't think they've lost more than one game that he started in 5 starts.
And Krabs, I don't want to tail Paul Skeens either. I faded Paul Skeens yesterday. I was like, dude, I'm out on Paul Skeens. Like, I turned on my BTL brand.
Yeah, maybe we don't fade him.
Dodgers are at plus chicken. Everyone's going to take the Pirates because Paul Skeens is like, I literally got texted 3 times that morning. It was like Paul Skeen over K's. And then a separate group chat was like, I'm taking the Pirates today. And then like one kid that never texted me that I went to college with was like, just want you to know, I just locked in Paul Skeens and the Pirates. Immediately went to my book and took the Dodgers. I tried to be BTL. I tried to BTL Paul Skeens, and then I had to watch him get 8 Ks and the Dodgers lose by like 9.
And you were on the right track, Mike. It was just one simple miscalculation. The daytime Dodgers cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. And that was a late afternoon for them. It was an early afternoon game on Pacific time. Could not be trusted. But they have pretty much come through and cashed at every single point. They've been an underdog the last 2 years. So you grab the one fucking time they didn't come through. Can't make it up.
I mean, Krabs, it's literally incredible. Like, you can't
make it up.
Can't make it up.
No.
Like,
we're going to talk about Chelly and his performance yesterday. They're talking about it in chat.
Dude, I would love to. Is he going to run it back today?
No, he's unable to. He's going to do it next week, but his blisters are awful on his heels. So.
I was going to help him out today. I was down to stay late either today or tomorrow and help him out.
He's not doing it. I mean, dude, I couldn't imagine
they're not good, Josh.
For 3.5 hours.
No, that was a lot.
Your leg's probably a noodle.
Dude, and he got 3 so many times.
4 times, I think. Maybe 5.
The only thing, though, that I saw chat saying that I agreed with and then disagreed with at the end was putting the ball in the same spot. But sometimes you just need to – it's not about where the ball is. It's just the rhythm of, like, flow, pinging the ball and having them just next to each other. Like, it's just about, like, getting in that rhythm.
Yeah. I think the ball –
we were trying to tell him, kick from the same spots, aim for the same spot. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And then he just kicks a ball still moving, still rolling in the corner. I'm like, dick. But then he makes 3 in a row, and I'm like, all right, I'll shut up. He's fucking getting close. Like, who am I to fucking bitch from the sidelines?
Dude, in the 4th one, every time would just skim over the top. Oh my God, and it was like, dude.
Literally by Pip.
He just needs 4. He just needs 4.
Is
he
4
needs to
the
slow
record?
down,
no,
too.
5. But, like, once you get to 4, you're there.
Yeah, that's facts. Once you get to 4, you take a second, you grab some water. You treat it like a PK.
Yeah.
Right? Get the crowd going, right? Maybe put somebody in goal.
Crowd. Juice up the crowd. All right, Krabs, I'm going to give you this is every bet you need on a thirsty Thursday to cover the bar tab. You're taking the Mavs plus 6.5 because 6 is too many points in an NBA Finals. You go ahead and you take the Royals because you don't bet against the Kansas City Royals. I don't care if they're playing the Guardians. I don't care what the line is. I don't care who's on the bump. You take the Royals. You take the A's plus 1.5 because it's the best bet in the entire universe of betting, and I'm putting it in the zeitgeist right now. You take the Oakland Athletics plus 1.5 against the Moose Shit Mariners, who aren't going to put up 9 runs. The Athletics will sneakily keep it close, and you're going to be sitting there being like, oh, my God, are the A's about to chalk my Mariners money line bet? They might, so take the plus 1.5. You're taking the Yankees and Marcus Stroman. System plays. It's like reading a script for a good play. You already know what's going to happen, so just lock it in. System plays. And then you listen to our guy Krabs, and you take the Cardinals -1.5 against the moose shit Rockies. Because for whatever reason, the Cardinals are all of a sudden the best team in baseball.
I'm in.
That's my card.
I'm in. Mikey, you've low-key been kind of dialed in the MLB. You figured out these teams that are wagons, right? It was the Phillies early on. Don't let the O's get swept today either, okay? The O's are going against Kikuchi. It's an early start, about 30 minutes actually. So if you're looking for some day game action, I think I might square up and take the O's here. I'm tired of fucking sitting back and not making money on this fucking blue-collar, hard-working team from Baltimore.
But how are the O's squaring up? They're plus chicken today.
Just because they're 39 and 21, they win every time. I mean, they have a random McGee on the bump. Povich, I don't even know who that is. They're plus chicken. Toronto's catching some steam, so maybe Toronto is sharp, but they got Kikuchi on the bump. Everybody's taking them. I think it's the O's. I think it's the O's.
Krabs, you wanna make a PP entry for today?
Sure.
Let's do it. I'm kind of down.
Sign me up.
Let's do it. You know who I don't hate today? I saw Lauren say it in the chat, and I'm between either Stroman, if they give me a fantasy score, but I don't mind his 4.5 Ks. I could see it happening against Minnesota. And I don't hate JP Sears Ks, dude.
Yeah, chat was splooging over JP. I wouldn't mind a JP Sears angle either. Let's take a peep at it.
I don't hate it. It's at 5 now. It was at 4.5 when everyone was spamming it, so it might have got bumped.
Ooh, JP, talk to me.
I kind of
like
that
charts. Dude. Red as fuck. I'm in.
All right, okay. JP Sears strikeouts. That'll be my square.
I'm in. All right, let me find my guys, remember, because you're not going to take Aaron Judge, Luka, less than 5.5 TBs. Okay, I can only expect so much, right, Mike? I can only expect so much here.
I can give you mine while Krabby's looking.
Yeah, sure.
I think the White Sox win today, weirdly
fuck,
enough,
dude?
but I'll take Andrew Vaughn, hits, runs, RBIs, more than 1.5.
This guy looks like he has kids in his basement.
Andrew?
Are you looking at that Prize Pick Square photo?
Yeah, I see him. Yeah, he does look a little scary.
That is one of the scariest guys I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even fucking with you.
I have my square as well. Is that what we're going with? We're going with the Sketchball McGee, Josh's square?
Yeah, Sketchball.
The dude who's going to give Mikey nightmares tonight?
That's literally a nightmare level face.
All right, we're going to go Brady Singer, more than 2.5 earned runs.
Okay.
He's coming off an 11-day rest. Jovan's been talking about this all fucking week.
All right.
Dude's coming off a long rest. They're going to be very inconsistent. Pitchers are, very routine-oriented, and Brady Singer off of a big off day, being sick and shit like that. I think he gets moosed. And honestly, that steam and the respect we're seeing on the other side for Cleveland on the ML tells me they get that win. I don't think Brady Singer is going to be that guy today. We fade him. Take his more than 2.5 earned runs allowed.
I like it. Let's do it, Krabs. Sign me up.
We got Brady. We got JP. And remind me, Josh.
Andrew Vaughn.
How could I forget?
Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn hits, run, RBIs.
Yep. Bang.
Okay.
Bang.
All right. Well, the Brady Singer one starts in 30, so make sure you boys lock that one in.
Yep, I just did.
Okay.
I put coin on. Don't worry.
W's.
Yeah.
I'm in.
All right, Krabs, we're gonna get out of here so we can get the BTL. Thank you so much for coming on once again. You're a goat.
Yep.
Listen up, guys. We end every episode with a little inspiration, a little motivation. I just want to talk about the video that I did see last night about Kyrie Irving. I feel like sometimes you don't even know the struggles that people have gone through. So there's no point in judging him. I feel like I was a big Kyrie Irving judger. I never looked up his whole story, I knew he's from New Jersey, so I was a fan of him in the beginning. Played at St. Patrick's. That's a GOAT from my state. Came back to the Nets, wore the New Jersey Nets gear, and then fucked the Brooklyn Nets, which I feel like should make me almost more of a fan of him because I hate that they moved to Brooklyn and they should have never done it because that's a moose shit borough. And a moose shit place to have a team when you already have the Knicks. Like, why are we competing with the Knicks? That's a national brand. The Brooklyn Nets was never going to work. Never going to work. Jay-Z could sit fucking courtside for the rest of his life. Will never be as big as the Knicks. But listen, my point being, hearing Kyrie Irving's story, I think you get a greater respect for the man behind the ball, regardless of the views that he has. The earth is definitely round, by the way, Kyrie. I don't know if Sage is going to clear that Celtics arena to let you play better, but you can try whatever you want, bud. Okay? Play for my city now. I'm a big fan. But I feel like the point of that story and what it really taught me was something that I feel like you're told every day as a little kid, which is you don't know what someone's going through unless you walk a day in their shoes. And I feel like when you hear that story, it gives you perspective on the shoes that Kyrie Irving's been walking around in since he was a little kid. His mom tragically passed away at 10 years old. Just him and his dad. He's been fighting his whole life. Those are some shoes that I don't even know if I could fill or walk in. So I think on a Thursday, removing the judgment from our human brains and our human bodies and remembering that you're not walking in the shoes of the person next to you. You're not walking in the shoes of the person that's mad at you. You're not walking in the shoes of the person that's mean to you. And just remember that the shoes that you are walking in are your own. So appreciate your own journey. I think that's something that Kyrie Irving talks about all the time is he doesn't care about the opinions of everyone else because he's walking in his shoes, right? So on a Thursday, walk in your own shoes. Take one step forward for me. I know how hard it can be. I'm not asking you to sprint, not asking you to jog. Just take one step forward every day. It gets easier. We might be sprinting by the end of the year. Stay right here. We got BTL coming up next. Right after BTL, we got Surgical Stream. So stay right here, same place. You don't even have to move. I love you guys so much. Reef Trees, go fuck yourself. And let's go have a Thirsty Thursday. Pay for some bar tabs. Love you guys.